Right. So today in Angular 8 demo session 2, we are going to discuss the following topics and we are going to understand more about Angular technically. Is that okay, all of you? Right. So these are the topics what we are going to discuss today in Angular 8 demo session 2. So in Angular 8, today we'll discuss what is Angular, okay, where we use Angular. So differences between Angularjs and Angular, advantages of Angular, what are the building blocks of Angular, and little bit about TypeScript also. Okay, so first of all, before starting with Angular, I just want to confirm you a few things. Okay, right. So these are those few things what I want to confirm with all of you. So here, Angular sessions. So our Angular sessions will take 50 plus sessions. So first week we are going to have free TypeScript. So free TypeScript will take 1 week to 10 sessions. Okay. So I'm going to discuss TypeScript 1 week to 10 days. Okay. And daily timings will be 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. So daily it will be 1 hour and every session will be recorded for you and recordings will be provided to the students. Okay, right, and every session notes material will be provided. So what I'm going to do is recording videos, notes, material, all this will be shared to the students through Google Drive. Okay, so through the Google Drive I'm going to share videos, notes, material, everything what I'm going to discuss in this online session. So this is my Gmail ID, srikanth.sai.online@gmail.com. Okay, and next thing is that if you want to have any demo sessions, okay, you can also visit Durga Software Solutions. So this is a YouTube channel. Okay, so this is a YouTube channel of Durga Software Solutions. There you can find, okay, my demo sessions. Okay, you can type Angular 8 by Sai sir. Angular 8 by Sai. Okay, and you can find all my demo sessions here. Right, and also parallelly you can also visit Sri Sai IT Hub. So this is my YouTube channel. Okay, so in this YouTube channel also you can find all the demo sessions. Okay, so you'll have Angular 8 online classes. So this is Durga Software Solutions YouTube channel for Durga Soft, and this is my YouTube channel Sri Sai IT Hub. So in this YouTube channel you can find Angular 8 online classes demo sessions. So if you miss any demo sessions, yesterday's demo session, today demo session, or any other first to 4-5 session, 5 to 6 sessions will be recorded and kept in this YouTube channel for your reference for all of you. Right, so let's start the session for today. So today we are going to start what is Angular and where we use Angular. So let us start with what is Angular. So first of all, we'll understand what is Angular. So Angular is a client-side TypeScript framework for developing dynamic web applications. So what is Angular? It is a client-side TypeScript framework for developing dynamic web applications. So what do you mean by web applications? Web applications are nothing but websites. Example, www.gmail.com, facebook.com, yahoo.com. So what is web? Web is nothing but internet. App is nothing but applications. So we call that as technically web applications, but the commercial name is website. And what do you mean by this dynamic web applications? So dynamic web applications means data or information in a website changes with respect to three parameters. So what is dynamic web application? Data or information in a website changes with respect to three parameters. First one, time to time, location to location, user to user. So time to time, we can see news updates in the website. Location to location, we can see the weather updates. And user to user, we can see Gmail, Facebook. So for every user, you will have a user ID and password, and any user logging in will have their content in the email service or social networking website. So these are called as dynamic web applications. So applications in which data or information changes with respect to time, with respect to location, with respect to user. So using Angular, we can develop dynamic web applications. Okay. And coming to TypeScript framework. Okay. So basically, Angular is written in TypeScript. Okay. So what is this TypeScript? So TypeScript is a superscript of JavaScript. So we have many features, many functionality when compared to JavaScript. And what do you mean by this framework? Okay. Right. So let us understand here. TypeScript is superscript of JavaScript. And next, what do you mean by this framework? So framework is nothing but runtime library with runtime environment. Okay. So what do you mean by runtime library? So runtime library means predefined packages, predefined modules, predefined functions are provided by Angular. So we can use that predefined library and make our task more simple and easy. And what do you mean by this runtime environment? Okay. So this runtime environment means to understand what is written in TypeScript. Okay. And how that is executed in the browser. It will provide a runtime environment. Okay. So runtime environment will be provided on the system. So executing the web application under Angular, under Angular library is known as framework. So runtime library plus runtime environment makes up the framework. Right. Now let us understand what is a basic difference between AngularJS and Angular. So AngularJS is a JavaScript framework, whereas Angular is a TypeScript framework. So most of the people have some doubts. AngularJS is the first version, whereas Angular 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are the second version. So this is completely wrong. AngularJS is not the first version of Angular. So Angular is a separate framework and it is not at all related to AngularJS. So once again I'll repeat this. Angular is not the first version of AngularJS is not the first version of Angular. Angular is a separate framework and it is not related to AngularJS. Then how can we understand AngularJS and Angular in simple terminology? Like we have object-oriented programming in Java. We also have object-oriented programming in .NET. Both are separate computer programming languages. Same thing is with AngularJS and Angular. So AngularJS is a JavaScript framework for developing dynamic web applications, whereas Angular is a TypeScript framework for developing dynamic web application. So this is a simple understanding which we require as of now. What is the difference between AngularJS and Angular? So I'm going to give you what are the advantages of Angular when compared to AngularJS in the coming, okay, in the coming topic in the same session. Right. So now let us understand, okay, yeah, AngularJS versus Angular. So how Angular is better when compared to AngularJS, okay? So the performance of Angular applications are 5 times better when compared to AngularJS. So the performance is 5 times better when compared to AngularJS. And second important thing is cross-platform. So cross-platform means one application can run on different devices with different hardware and different screen sizes. For example, personal computers, laptops, mobiles, tablets, etc. So this feature is not there in AngularJS. Yes, we can execute AngularJS on mobile devices also, but for that we require a third-party framework. We require some extra library for that, okay? But here AngularJS, one application you can run on any device, and Angular is easy to implement. And next thing, in Angular we have more features because of TypeScript when compared to JavaScript. So TypeScript means we'll have object oriented like features, classes, objects, interfaces, inheritance, etc. So these things are mainly very flexible and easy to implement in Angular when compared to JavaScript. Okay, right. And nowadays in JavaScript also we have classes, but it is little bit difficult to implement when compared to TypeScript. So this is what is AngularJS versus Angular. Okay, so how Angular is better when compared to AngularJS? So 5 times better in performance, cross-platform, easy to implement, more features of TypeScript when compared to JavaScript. Right. Next, we'll understand what are the building blocks of Angular. Okay. So the main building blocks of Angular are components. So in AngularJS application, everything is components. 2 modules, 3 templates, 4 decorators, 5 services. So first, what is this components? So components means everything in web page is represented is a component. So we'll try to understand more about this using a diagram. Okay. So module. So module is nothing but grouping of related coding. Grouping of related coding is known as a module. Next, templates are nothing but views. Views by HTML or CSS. So displaying the web page to the user by HTML or CSS. So decorators. Now what is this decorator? So decorator is something like which provides extra information to Angular framework. So they provide extra information to Angular framework. Okay, right. And finally services. So services are reusable coding in Angular. Right. So these are 5 building blocks of Angular. First one, components. Everything in a web page is a component. So we'll try to understand this with a diagram. Okay. Next, module means grouping of related coding into a single module. Templates means views by HTML and CSS. Decorators means providing extra information to Angular framework. Services means reusable coding in Angular. So these are 5 building blocks of Angular application. 1. Components. 2. Modules. 3. Templates. 4. Decorators. And 5. Services. Now let us understand how to use these modules. Okay. Right. I have a question from Saurav. Okay. Right. I just give you all the prerequisites also at the end of the session. Okay. So have patience, okay, and listen to my classes. I'll give you all necessary information at the end of the sessions. Is that okay, Saurav? I'll give chance for everybody to raise your questions. Right, every question will be answered for you. Let me finish the demo session. Right, let us understand what is this components. Everything in web page is a component. So basically in AngularJS, we write everything in the form of controllers, whereas in Angular we write everything in the form of component. So component is nothing but a class. In that class we are going to have data members and methods. So this is related to object oriented programming. So let us understand with a diagram. Right, Amit, all your doubts will be clarified. Okay. Right, so let us take a small example. So how to represent these components. Okay. Right. So I'll take a small PPT. Right. For example, let us say that you have a web page. Okay. So in that web page, so let us say this is your header section. Okay. Next, let us say that you have a left section. Okay. Right. And next, let us say that you have some main section. Right. Okay. And finally, we have one footer section also. Right. So I'll say take one footer section also. Right. So assume that this is our footer section. So I'll just call this as something like footer section. Right. So we have heading section in our web page, left section, main section, and footer section. So according to Angular, in a web page, everything is a component. So header section is one component, left section is one component, next main section is one component, and then footer section is one component. So I'm just going to extend this, okay, with another slide. Okay, so something like this. So I'm going to take one more slide here, a new slide. Right, so let us take a blank slide. Now here, so what exactly is this Angular component? Okay, so everything is represented in the form of component. So this is your header component. Next, I'm going to take one more component. Right, so this is my left section component. Right, I'm going to take one more component. So let us say this is my main component, main section, and finally one more component. So I'm going to take this as footer component. Yeah, I'll make this as footer component. Right, so these are, okay, everything is represented in the form of components, and finally we are going to have one more component, and that component we call it as root component. So under this root component we are going to have header components, okay, right, and we are going to have left section component. Next we are going to have main section component, and next we are going to have right section or the footer section component, and for every component we'll have a view. Okay, so for every component we'll have a view. So this is a header view, and this header view we are going to write it with HTML and CSS. Okay, so HTML and CSS. So this is the header view. Okay, so I'll just copy this and say paste, and this you will have a left section view. Okay, next we'll have a main section view. Okay, and finally we are going to have a footer section view, and all these views we are going to develop with HTML and CSS. So this is a footer section view. So in a web page everything is represented in the form of components. So header section is one component, left section is one component, main section is one component, and footer section is one component. Okay, so and all these components are available in root component, and this root component will be something like your home page. Okay, this will be something like for your template for your website. Okay, and for every view you can use different services. Okay, so for every view we can use services. Okay, so copy, I'll paste it here. So we can have services for header component, right? So we can have services for left section component. Next we have services for main section component, and we have services for footer section components. Right, so this is what is all about component based. So when we develop component based, okay, in the future we can upgrade, we can modify our web pages very simple and very easy. So that is the main advantage of component based development. So the future of web application development is purely based on component based only. Okay, so this is the future of UI development. The future of UI development is purely based on component based development, and every component will have views, and in every view we are going to use services. So services are nothing but reusable components. So services are nothing but reusable components. So for main section you will have a main section view. Next, and for main section you will have services. So every section will have a service, and these services are reusable components. So every service is a reusable component, and all these components will be under root component. So this is what we can call it as a basic structure of a Angular. So in Angular, everything in a web page is a component. Header component, left section component, main section component, foot section component. And every component will have a view, header view, left section view, main view, footer view. And these views we are going to develop using HTML and CSS. Every view is developed using HTML and CSS. And finally, in this view, we are going to use services, reusable services. Okay, so this is what is all about component based UI development using Angular when compared to controller based UI development using Angular.js. So these are 5 building blocks of Angular. First one, components. Everything in a web page is a component. 2, modules, grouping of related coding into a single unit as module. Templates, views by HTML and services, CSS. Decorators, providing extra information to Angular framework. Services, reusable coding in Angular. So these are 5 building blocks of Angular. Right. So next, what are the advantages of Angular when compared to Angular.js? So first point what we have to understand is it is not an upgrade from Angular.js. Second thing, it is completely rewritten in TypeScript for developing dynamic web applications. Okay, for developing dynamic web applications, Angular is completely rewritten in TypeScript. And next thing is that Angular is purely based on component based development, and this is the future of web application development. Okay, so component based development is the future of web application development. And next thing, what are the other languages using which you can develop Angular applications? First one, TypeScript. 2, Dart. 3, PureScript. 4, ELM, etc. But Angular itself is written in TypeScript, so TypeScript is the standard for developing Angular application, and TypeScript is developed by Microsoft. So this product is Angular product is from Google plus Microsoft. So we can say that Angular is here to stay for a long run, because this is a product from Google and Microsoft, which are two big companies. Okay, so which has good research and development also, and Google has already promised that every 6 months they are going to provide new versions of Angular with more features and easy implementation for developing dynamic web applications. Okay, so Angular is purely based on component based development, and this component based development is the future of web application development. Right. And finally, what is TypeScript? Okay, so TypeScript is a free open source scripting language which is developed by Microsoft in 1996. So TypeScript is a superscript of JavaScript. So in TypeScript we use transpilation. So transpilation means converting TypeScript coding into JavaScript. Converting TypeScript coding into JavaScript. So till today, browser understands only JavaScript. Okay, so Angular applications which are available on the server, before these application web pages are sent to the client for display in the browser, using transpilation, TypeScript coding is converted into JavaScript. And next, it is strongly a typed language. We are going to use data types in TypeScript. Is that fine, all of you? So this is what is all about today's demo session, ma. So today's demo session, we have understood what is Angular, where we use Angular for developing dynamic web application, some differences between Angularjs and Angular, advantages of Angular, Angular building blocks, and little bit about TypeScript. Okay, right. So once again, I just want to confirm. So our sessions will be 50 plus session. First 1 week to 10 days, I'm going to give you free TypeScript. So daily timings will be 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily 1 hour. So every session will be recorded to you, and a session recordings notes will be provided to the students. And you can also see the demo sessions, 5 to 6 demo sessions, Angular 8 by Sai sir or Angular 8 online classes. You can visit to this YouTube channel. First one, Durga Software Solutions, and second one, Sri Sai IT Hub. And finally, what are the prerequisites for Angular? The prerequisites for Angular are HTML, CSS, and basics of JavaScript, and more about TypeScript. So anyhow, I'm going to give you free TypeScript for the next 1 week to 10 days. And after that only, I'm going to start Angular 8. Is that fine, all of you? So thank you for listening to this session, all of you. If you have any queries, you can put those queries in the chat window one by one. Right. So guys, if you have any queries, you can put that in the chat window. Yeah, login details will be provided to you by Durgasoft online team. Is that okay, Vikas? Login details will be provided to you by Durgasoft online team. Yes, absolutely. You have to contact Durgasoft online team. Is that okay, Vikas? Right, Saurav, you are new to this field, Java Spring developer, absolutely. So Angular has more scope for developing dynamic web applications with backend as Java. Is that okay, Saurav? No. See, everything I'm going to discuss from basics only, Saurav. So you can just listen to my classes from TypeScript. Is that okay, Saurav? So why we have to go for Angular upgradation? See, Angular is not an upgradation. Angular JS is separate, Angular is separate. Is that okay, Swapna? Right? Swapna, is that okay? Angular JS is separate and Angular is separate. Angular JS is JavaScript framework, whereas Angular is TypeScript framework. So you can simply say that you can opt for Angular because you have more TypeScript features which are easy to implement. Yes, Ankit Tiwari, absolutely. You can take my syllabus copy from Durgasoft online team. It will take totally 50 plus sessions, nearly 2 months. Is that okay, Ankit? Right, Ankit? See, that's what I'm telling you. AngularJS, Amit. AngularJS is JavaScript. It is separate. Angular 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is TypeScript. Okay, the name is same, but technology is different. Is that okay, Amit? Right. Saurav, you have knowledge on HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. Yeah, that is more than enough to develop web application Angular. Yes, absolutely. For client side, we use HTML templates for development. Now we can use Angular for development. Is that okay, Saurav? Yes, absolutely. Most of the companies, they are also looking for Angular nowadays. That's true. Is it okay, Amit? Yes, absolutely. If you don't have any knowledge on AngularJS, you can start with Angular. See, I told you one simple example. AngularJS is like Java. Angular is like .NET. Okay. So Java course is separate, .NET is separate. You can opt for anything. Is that okay, Saurav? So you're going to have every week 6 sessions. Is that okay, Rohit? So why Google every 6 months giving new version of Angular? So you have to post that question to Google only. Is it okay, Rohit? Right. So this is UI. In UI, they'll be doing many changes, many upgradations. That's why they have given a promise of 6 months upgrade for every twice a year. Is that okay, Rohit? Yes, if you don't have knowledge on Python also, you can start with Angular. Is that okay, Tushar? Everything I'm going to discuss from basics in Angular. First, I will discuss TypeScript. Then only I will start Angular. See, Manoj, Angular 8 includes 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that okay, Manoj? Right, because for example now the latest version in Java is Java 11. So when you learn Java 11, we'll start from basics of Java only. Is that okay, Manoj? Yes, Java 12, absolutely. But 12 is still updating, okay? And 11, we have a long-term support. Is that okay, Saurav? Yes, Java 8 is very much stable when compared to 11 and 12. That's correct. Absolutely, Rakesh. You can go for Angular if you don't have knowledge on Java or Python also, because Angular is purely UI technology, and I'm going to discuss everything from basics: HTML, CSS, and TypeScript. Is that okay, Rakesh? Yes, absolutely. You can become a full stack developer if you learn UI, Java, and backend. You will become a full stack developer. Is that okay, Saurav? See, nothing to worry about that. I'll make your subject very simple and easy. You can just check my videos on AngularJS, which are available in my YouTube channel, as well as they are also available in Durgasoft YouTube channel. Is that okay, Saurav? My explanation will be very simple and easy. Yeah, because yeah, we might extend the session 50 plus sessions. That's why I told you it will be 50 plus session. If possible on Sundays, I'll take extra hours. Is that okay? Because right, absolutely. We'll have 6 sessions per week. Sunday, if possible, I'm going to take it. Is that okay, Amit? Yeah, Saurav, nothing to confuse about that. I'm going to discuss everything from basics. Is that okay, Saurav? Right, Amit. Yeah, Monday to Saturday we are going to have classes, Amit. Monday to Saturday. And if I'm going to take classes on Sunday, I'll give confirmation before 2 days only. Is that okay, Amit? Yes, absolutely. You require some basic softwares. You require Node.js. You require NPM. You require TypeScript. How to install all these basic softwares, I'll tell you. And you require Angular CLI also. Yeah, class will start at 8 p.m. Is that okay, Rakesh? Yes, absolutely. According to Indian calendar, Monday to Saturday. Amit, you are right. Okay? Yes, absolutely. Rakesh, from tomorrow we are going to start the sessions. Amit, is that fine? According to Indian calendar, Monday to Saturday. Yeah, we are going to discuss all real-time examples only, Saurav. We are going to discuss all real-time examples only, but to your confirmation, this is not a project class. Is that okay, Amit? Is that okay, Saurav? Right. Still any other queries, guys? Yeah, you can just contact the Durgasoft online team. They'll give you the bank details and you have to make the payment. Is that okay, Vikas? Is that okay, Vikas? You have to contact the Durgasoft online team. They'll give you the bank details and you have to make payment to them. Yeah, you once you just contact the Durgasoft online team, they'll give you all details. Is that okay, Vikas? You can make immediate payment also. Online transfer. Yeah, Saurav, in company there are many employees working in different domains. Yes, yes, absolutely, Saurav. Okay, as a full stack developer, you can handle UI, you can handle server side technology, and you can also handle database kind of activities also. It is possible, Saurav. Yeah, regarding the certificates, you can just contact the Durgasoft online team, Rakesh. They'll give you certification details. Right, still any other queries, guys? See, nothing to worry about that. Okay, fine. If you are a good practitioner, everything is possible. Okay, in 2 years also you can become a full stack developer. Is that okay, Saurav? Yeah, thank you, Vikas. Contact Durgasoft online team. Right, still any other queries, guys? Thank you, Rakesh. Absolutely, Saurav. Just concentrate what I'm teaching you. Absolutely. I'll make you a good UI developer in Angular. Okay? Yes, Bimal Delai, do you have any queries? Right. See, as of now, we don't require Node.js. Node.js is a server-side scripting language, just like PHP. Yes, exactly. Same like PHP, we use that as a server-side scripting language. Is that okay, Saurav? Yeah, thanks for your confirmation, Bimal Dalai. Yes, Neha, do you have any doubts? So we are not going to use Node.js. Node.js will just provide us a development environment in Angular. That's it. Is that okay, Saurav? Right, Manoj, thanks for your confirmation. Yeah, good night, Saurav. Have a great day. So related to any payment options, you have to contact Durgasoft online team. Yes, Padmaja, full stack developer means client server database. Okay, three-tier architecture, that is full stack developer, UI developer, server side developer, and also database developer. Is that okay, Padmaja? Yes, absolutely. Today's session will be uploaded to the YouTube. My YouTube channel is Sri Sai IT Hub, Durga Software Solutions. Is that okay? Sri Sai IT Hub. I'll just type it here. So you can just check my YouTube channel, all of you. Okay. See, TypeScript is like JavaScript only, Padmaja. Okay. So client means HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and TypeScript. Is that okay, Padmaja? Yeah, Angular developer comes under UI developer. Okay, it is part of full stack developer. See, already I told you Angular 1x. So don't go for the version, both are separate. Is that okay, Swapna? Yes, thanks for your confirmation, Sapna. Both are separate. Don't go for the version. Okay, most of the people confuse here only because the versioning is given as Angular JS 1, Angular 2, 4, 6, 7. Don't go for the version. Okay, both are separate. Yes, absolutely. You have to communicate directly with the databases, but for that you have to use server side technology. Is that okay, Saurav? See, in AngularJS, the latest version is 1.7.8. They are releasing 1.7.9. Is it okay? It's not like that. They are releasing all the versions of Angular also. So directly Angular is not possible to communicate with the databases. For that we require server-side technology. Is that okay, Saurav? So the latest version of Angular what we have done is 1.7.8. Is that okay, Padmaja? Absolutely. Java and Springs are server-side technologies. Is that okay, Saurav? So Saurav, just go through yesterday's demo session, you'll get the clarity. Is that okay, Saurav? Yesterday's demo session, it is available in my YouTube channel. Just go through that, you'll get the full clarity. Client server database. Yes, Angular is client-side UI technology. Absolutely. Right. Still any other queries before we wind up the session for today? Yes, we are going to use Visual Studio Code. Is that okay, Saurav? Right. Still any other queries, guys? So thank you all of you. Yeah. So we'll meet tomorrow again at 8 p.m. Okay. So all the guys, those who want to make payment, contact Durgasoft online team. Is that okay, all of you? Yes, you can take this syllabus from Durgasoft online team. Once you contact them, they'll give you the syllabus copy. Is it okay?